Is America's favorite Westphalia. Today we're going to do those long coolant lines. We'll take a look at what those look like after I pull them out. I ordered these two-piece stainless steel pipes from the bus depot. You'll notice they come with these connectors on the end here. And what's nice is they came with these nice beveled clamps. I went to my local auto shop yesterday to see if they sold these, and they go, "No, we don't have those." So if you do order these from Bus Depot, see if they have 4 more of these for connecting these back into the bus. There are no instructions on how to replace these pipes. It's sad to think that this video might be it. So I'm going to start from the front, figure out where they go, and start cutting snapping the tie wraps and loosening any bolts that are connected to it. Then we'll drain the fluid out. Okay, 15 minutes later, and there's my work light. I left it on the chair about 30 feet from the van. Alright, I'm going to crawl under it and look at these pipes, and I'm going to compare what I was sent versus what I'm about to sawzall off the van. Well, the hoses are the same length. It's hard to tell if they're the right shape because, you know, the gas tank's covering and everything. The only thing is the new hoses appear to be both almost identical, whereas my hoses, one of them does not have a bend in it when it comes up towards the front here. I'm not sure if they're the right ones or not. They probably are, being that it's 7:30 in the morning. It's already 89 degrees. I'm just going to go ahead with this. Okay, I started with the first clamp up front. That's connected to the hoses that go to the radiator. Looks like there's another clamp here. Strap actually holding it onto the frame near the transmission. Let's take that off. Alright, time to drain some coolant. I hate working on cooling systems because sometime during the course of the day your hair is going to be completely covered with the stuff that keeps falling out of it while you're working on the van. Alright, you might as well just hold your head under this. Actually, it's still early enough you can just dump the fluid on your neighbor's lawn about this time of day. I just took this right side engine tin off. I don't know, probably easier with it off to get the pipes out of there and deal with the screws and stuff. These back clamps are on, screwed in from the engine compartment, so let's take those out. Alright, we're going to go past the point of no return. I'm going to saw off the pipes, the old ones, right in about the center spot where the new ones would join. See if you can't catch some of the coolant in your toolbox. It usually catches a little bit. Your hair absorbs the rest of it. This is the old pipe. You can see why I decided to take it out. It took me about 2.5 hours to get the pipes out. One of the problems was getting the hoses off the back. I went to my mechanics and got this tool for pulling hoses off pipes. I think I might have seen this tool at my urologist's office too. I could have asked him also. It's a good idea to protect the ends of the pipes while you're working on them so you don't dig them into the grass or get any other particles in there while you're fishing them through. The first hose went in about 5 minutes, and it's been about 1.5 hours trying to get the second hose in. I cannot do it by myself, so I'm going to have to take the gas tank out, which was I was trying to avoid, but I need a new one anyway. So let's go to the bus depot, get another gas tank, because why put in this old gas tank? Back in. Taking a ride out to the bus depot. Sitting here in a nice cool air conditioning. Got a little bit of a break. Okay, gas tank removal. First, disconnect the ground strap from the battery, then drain the tank. I drained it out of the fuel hose down by the fuel pump. Took a while, but I think it probably might got more out that way than Next thing I did was I marked on the hoses with a Sharpie where they all came from, and I went around and I disconnected the ones that I could see. Next thing I want to do is remove these 2 bolts on both sides of the tank. And what's neat is when you do the coolant hoses and the gas tank, you have gasoline and fluid dripping on your head at the same time. This is great. Okay, I have unscrewed the filler tube here, loosening it up. It's now 12 hours later, and I'm wiped out, and a thunderstorm's coming, so it's time to stop. What I did is I finally got the pipes in from front to back, and I did this after I took the gas tank out. which made it a lot easier. Actually, what would make this a lot easier would to take the gas tank out, the transmission out, the engine out, and all the brake lines, and then pull this thing up on a lift. Remember when pulling out the tank, and you'd be all set. Is that you drop it down a few inches, probably lay it on a board or a log, and then reach underneath there and disconnect anything that's dangling, and especially these things coming into the top. Also, I drained it with the, actually through the hose in the bottom that goes to the fuel pump. Still a lot of gas in it when I pulled it out, even though the fan was facing upwards, so maybe siphoning would be a better idea. Before I put the new tank in, I've been running around putting on all new lines while I have the opportunity. And just remember, before you take the tank out, make sure you mark all the hoses before you pull everything out, because some I'm going to pull out in the front, back, etc.
Putting the tank back in, got the lines all wired, fished back up on the wells. And the hardest one is a metal breather up top. So I'm going to try doing, so I got the tank lying on the ledge, and then I have the bottom part on a board. I'm going to see if I can't get that in there. That's been the hardest one. It's what's been holding me up.
And remember, you need to duct tape the gas tank in. That'll hold it in real well. Because actually we haven't done any repair with duct tape yet today. Actually, I used the tape there to hold it on the lip while I brought the camera, I brought the tank up to put that filler tube in. The tank has to be pretty high, and then I put this filler tube in going into the top here. I couldn't get in through the bottom. Sometimes I really hate working on cars. Alright, everything's done. The filler tube was harder than I thought it was going to be. Actually, everything on this gas tank was harder than I thought it was going to be. I took out this expansion tank to get it in. Everything just took a long time, even putting the straps in the bottom of the tank, fitting the tank in. So, I'm ready to fill it up with gas and also check out the cooling system that's done. And if it doesn't work, hopefully it'll drive far enough to get to the mechanics. Well, that's it. I just filled up the tank all the way to the top. I don't smell anything. Nothing pouring out over the top of the tank. Time will tell. I'll drive it this week. And I don't know if I'd ever do that job again. That was pretty tough. Of course, I'll probably find links to this video on the Samba. People saying, hey, this guy shouldn't have no business making videos about putting tanks in. He has no idea what he's doing. Well, until you make your own video and put it up, this one I guess will have to stay up there. And no, I did not dump the coolant on the neighbor's lawn, for those of you about to flame me for that one. Alright, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.